Okay, everyone, and welcome back.
What's going on, y'all? It's Batouttahell24, aka Batty.
And welcome to Doki Doki Exit Music Redux. I am so mind-blowingly excited. But before we get started, let us bring in my collaborator, the same man who joined me for Original Exit Music Live. Batouttahell24 is with us tonight.
Hello, everyone. Hi.
And I am over the moon tonight, guys.
This is hype. This is super hype.
Like, you guys have absolutely no idea.
A whole year in the making.
And we've waited long enough. You think, let's fucking go. Let's check out this menu.
Yeah, this menu's fucking cool.
Like
seeing something like this for the demo, but still, this is...
It hits me like a train every time. Like, this is just... Yeah, remember Bijou Mike, that was the first one I watched. After I finally completed my run, he was the first one I watched.
I think Bijou was actually the first exit music run that I watched after I finished mine.
And yes, Harry, there are some interesting new unique settings.
Oh, AMSP. The theme.
So, that's the original theme. So we are going to go ahead and check everything out because I want to see all of the hard work that went into this. Okay, computer theme. Check that out.
Radiohead style theme. I like that.
Oh man.
Cool.
And classic EM.
The classic.
Wow. Wow. Holy shit.
It's insane. It's there. We're playing it. There it is.
Oh man, so let's go, Batman. You want to be Bat, right?
Yeah, let's fucking do it.
Oh my god, Exit Music Redux Part 1 starts now.
It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. Should I go and wake her up? It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her get up. Even the simple gesture of walking into school makes her feel really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things would be the same as they always would be. That's all she wants, and it's what I'll do for her. Yeah, I've made up my mind. I grabbed the cupcakes Natsuki I made yesterday and make my way to Sayori's. I reached her house and knocked on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case. It just feels right. Outside Sierra's room? I knock on her door. Sari? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Sayori?
What?
Sayori stands at the foot of her bed, a long rope in her hand. It's tied into a hangman's noose. In the shock of the moment, I release my grip of the cupcakes. The tray clatters to the floor. Oh my god.
That's... I'm so sorry, Beth. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She breaks down to incoherent sob. Jesus. Sayori. I should have known. It was obvious. I didn't listen, didn't see the signs. I almost lost her. My best friend. The one I grew up with. Sarah let go of the noose, dropping her to the floor with a heavy thud. Just the act of looking at her made my heart sink. Sarah. She gets up and rushes towards me, clutching my shirt and crying into my chest.
I didn't want to face it again. What I talked to you about. I can't wake up every day like this. I can't, Bat.
Words catch and sink and stick in my throat, unable to come out.
I can't. I just...
She backs away. There is a short pause. All is silent, aside from Sarah sobbing.
I was about to do it, Bat. I was so close. I could feel it. I've never seen you again.
I finally pull myself together enough to speak. Sari, could you imagine if I had found you like that? My last memory of you, my best friend.
I'm such a failure, Bat. I've only ever been selfish. I can't even think about the one person that cares about me for a single second.
Sari, please listen. There are so many people who care about you. Monica, Yuri, Ski, your parents. I want... Oh God, her parents. What do they think of this? I begin to hyperventilate a little, my whole body shaking as if it's only just caught up with everything. Okay. Calm it, Bat. I steadied myself a bit. You need to sort this out first. If it even can be sorted out. I choked back a sob and steadied myself again. I want you to remember that. You have a place here, and it wouldn't be the same. And I know it wouldn't be. You told me yourself yesterday.
But...
Sarah wipes the tears off her face and catches her breath. I'm here for you. We all are. No matter what.
But... don't...
Sarah, you need to talk to somebody professional about this. Please, sooner rather than later. She grabs her eyes and sniffs.
I don't think I'm ready. We can go another time. There's still the festival. I wouldn't want to keep the others waiting.
Through the festival. You're more important to me than that. Besides, this isn't just something we can just put off. It's about your life, Sarah. What if something like this happens tomorrow when I'm not here? I'm not gonna force you, but I really think that you should. They can help. If I didn't do everything in my power to help you, I could never forgive myself.
You care about me too much, Bat. But... well, I guess you're right.
She gazes at the window for a long, silent moment.
I don't want to feel like this anymore. If they can help, I'll try.
I let out a deep sigh, adrenaline still coursing through me. The anxiety that brought on by all this transpires still crisps my chest like a press. I won't rest for a second until she's okay. The sooner we get there, the better. We can take the bus.
Well, I need to get changed first.
Oh. Yeah, of course. I nod and take a step outside the door, reaching out to pick up the rope first. I trust Sayori, but still, just in case. She gently nods, shutting the door in my face. Again, I'm a little anxious leaving her alone right after that. But she does need her privacy. I kneel down, beginning to clean up the cupcake massacre littering the floor with the towel. Natsuki's going to kill me. I returned downstairs and I said the noose, dropping the loose rope in the trash. My body is still shaking from the ordeal, my hands barely able to undo the knot. How did she learn to do that? How long has she wanted to? I lingered downstairs for a minute, trying to relax before heading back upstairs. Taking a deep breath, I sit down for a minute. I shut my eyes and rest my hand in my hands. I take a few deep breaths, hoping to level off my stress. She's probably ready by now. I knock on Sarah's door and she opens it immediately. Ready? Sarah nods once, her eyes glued to the floor.
This is what's best for me, right?
Her light blue eyes stare through me, expectant of an answer. Seeing her like this is so unsettling. It's like someone rewired her brain overnight to become this husk of herself. I shouldn't think like that. She's my best friend and always will be. I take a deep breath and sigh. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. All I do know that it's worth a shot. Come on, let's get going. I take a seat in an empty but brightly lit waiting room. My anxiety consumes me as I wait for Sarah to walk out from the doctor's office. I have to lock my hands in place in order to stop them from showing my increasing worry. I subconsciously resort to tapping my foot on the floor and looking elsewhere. It's the only thing I'm going to be able to do for quite a while. Suddenly, my pocket rumbles as my phone springs to life. I quickly pull out and notice a text from Monica. And then it hits me. Today was the day of the festival. Damn it. Should have told her that I couldn't make it.
Oh!
Oh, shit!
Sorry guys. Whoa!
Okay.
That... Whoa.
That's new.
How did they... Okay. I do too, Harry. Holy shit. God damn. Hey, B, where are you?
I have to reply. Sorry, got caught up. I don't think I'll be able to make it to the festival.
B, please, don't tell me you've got cold feet about the poems or something.
It's an emergency.
Oh no. What's going on?
I don't know if I can tell you right now.
That's okay. Just please see if you can make it, or let me know if you can't. And if you know where Sayori or Natsuki are, can you tell them too?
Okay, I will. I peer through a small fluted glass window of the door. I can see what appears to be Sayori breaking down in her chair, her arms folded on the doctor's desk, her head rested upon them. I'm stricken with guilt, as it was my own negligence that led her to this. Behind me, the door that leads from the entrance to a wedding room swings open, and a couple of nurses walk by. But my phone buzzes again in my hand, and I turn my attention back to it.
It's just me and Yuri here. She's really nervous about performing as is. I'm trying to pep her up, but without you guys, I don't think she'll do it.
I know. I'm sorry, it's a personal issue. Can't promise anything, but I'll try to get there before it's over, okay?
Okay, thanks.
A couple more minutes of idle waiting past before I get another message from her.
Never mind. Everyone's here already and they're waiting. Probably gonna have to cancel the performance.
I returned the phone to my pocket, running my hands through my hair. Why now? I feel terrible for Zeri, the fact that she's in such pain right now and how oblivious I was to all of it. But on the other hand, I also feel like I put Monica and Yuri on the spot in front of all their classmates. There is no winning, is there? Monica and Yuri. Wait, where's Natsuki? I take a deep breath. Okay, Pat, one problem at a time. Natsuki's probably fine. Focus on Sarah right now. She needs you. I feel my knees bouncing uncontrollably. My hands shake, my arms tense to the point of physical pain. I try to take deep breaths. In. Out. I'm snapped out of it by another text.
Are you sure you don't know where Sayori or Natsuki are?
I'm almost tempted to leave the message alone, but I give in. I already said that I don't know. I wasn't lying to people, but at this point I can't tell about Zeri. It seemed like I'm going under the bus anyway. And I don't have a single clue as to where Natsuki is. It's just the right lie, for his sake. I texted them, but got nothing back.
Well, it doesn't really matter now anyway. We had to cancel our performance. People are complaining about the cupcakes not being here. Yuri's gone for some fresh air.
I'm really sorry, Monica.
It's fine.
I sigh. Now I'm disappointed Monica because I can't bring myself to tell what happened. I need to get my mind off of this. I could try and help her for one by getting a hold of Natsuki. I type out a message, hoping to get some answers. And Natsuki, you okay? I guess you were a no-show at the festival. A couple of minutes passed with no response. The message doesn't even mark as read. What was that? I go to messages again. The office door swings open and Sarah emerges. Sarah quietly walks over, tears streaming down her cheeks. I quickly stand up, putting my phone away. Before I attempt to say anything, she locks me in a tight embrace and sobs into my chest, startling me slightly. Hey, it's okay.
Like.
She can barely get a sentence out. Don't worry. Take your time. I'm not going anywhere.
I don't deserve this.
Sorry?
It's true. I really messed up everything. You don't get to spend time and have fun with any of the other club members. Monica's probably upset about us not showing up for the festival. Poor Yuri's gonna be so embarrassed, and it's all my fault.
My mind wanders back to Monica's text. Not telling you the whole story seems to have been a good call for what that's worth. I need to find a way to fix this. Sari, look at me. She backs out of the hug and opens her eyes, staring into mine once again. Look, Sari, I really care about you, and so do the others at the club. They would understand why you weren't at the club today. Besides, that isn't anything to worry about right now. If anything, you should tell them the truth about your depression. I know for a fact that they'd be supportive. They're your friends.
I know. I just don't want to make a big deal out of it, especially with the other club members. And
Sari, I don't think you understand how big of a deal this really is. You nearly... My voice cracks. I compose myself. You nearly died. Sayori closes her eyes and takes a stuttering, staccato breath. It's like the words are finally hitting her. She looks away, wipes her eyes, and changes the topic quickly, talking in a fast, anxious manner.
What about the festival? Did you talk to Monica about it yet?
I hesitate. I don't want Sayori to feel like it's her fault the plumber scheduled, so I decide to start with Natsuki's absence. Well, Natsuki didn't show up either. Monica had to cancel the performance, unfortunately.
You didn't tell her, did you? About...
No, I didn't. Unless you want to talk to her about it yourself, she won't know. Okay? Sayori nods, wiping her eyes with her forearm once more.
Well, I think I'll tell her. So she knows why her plans for the festival were ruined.
I can tell what she's going to say. Hey, it wasn't your fault, Sayori. None of this is. Sayori grabs my hand tightly, crushing in the vice-like grip. You can talk to her if you really want to. Hell, she'd probably be able to give better advice than me.
Maybe. Did you tell my parents?
I sigh. I did, yeah. I'm really sorry. I just thought they should know. She lays her on my shoulder.
Thank you. Well, I was too scared to tell them myself.
She leans in closer to me, her soft breath sweeping across my chest. She closes her eyes and lets out a pained sigh.
I love you, Bat.
I try to think of some sort of response, but I'm not sure it's the best idea, especially considering all she's been through today already. Instead, I hold her in a tight hug, being the only solace I can provide right now. I'm just glad she's here, that she's alive and breathing, that I still have a best friend. After a small bit, she sets back, sniffles, and wipes her eyes. We should get going. There's no point going to school.
Actually, Bat, they're keeping me here for a while. I think it could help, like you said.
They're keeping on suicide watch. I take a deep breath. That's probably a good idea on a date. Sorry about that.
Oh, good.
That's probably a good thing. They'll know how to look after you. She only responds by squeezing my hand. Look, I'll keep my phone with me. If you have the chance, you can message me whenever you want. Hell, I'll even pick you up whenever they release you. You're gonna be okay, Sayori. We hug again, only for a moment this time. Don't let you wait. I'll let your family know where you are.
Thank you, Bat, for everything.
We let go and say our goodbyes, albeit reluctantly. I assured myself she would be in good hands. With a long sigh, I stopped my journey home.
So, there weren't as many changes between the demo and full release in that set of dialogue, but I did notice a couple. Once again, great job. So for those of you who don't know, when Batty and I, thank you, Bun, snap!
What?
The clouds, look at the clouds!
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh shit.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's moving clouds, dynamic backgrounds now, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, when Batty and I did OGEM, as soon as we concluded, we sat down and we did a fireside where we literally took every single flaw in the OG mod and just picked it apart.
Went through each scene and sort of like said, okay, this is what it did wrong, this is what it did wrong, here's what happen here.
Yeah, and I mean, we spent probably what, a good almost 2 hours
Yeah, and
doing that fireside.
one of the things that we said was pertaining to that hospital scene where Sari was not put on suicide watch for
Yep.
whatever reason. Is there supposed to be music going on right now?
No, and that is one of the new additions. One of the new additions is ambience.
Ooh. The mid-afternoon sun warms my back as I approach my house. The bus ride seemed to breeze around by. I barely remember it. Before I enter, I turn my head and look at the neighboring house. Her house. I close my eyes and shake my head. She's safe now. She's okay. She's in a safe place and she will be okay. She's in a safe place and she will be okay. The mantra does nothing to calm my worries. I begin to tremble as I unlock my door. The moment I enter the kitchen, I flick the light on. I hold my hand and try to focus on something else. I can only stand here and breathe. My body refuses to take another step. I can only focus on one thing. Everything fumes out. There's that feeling. That tightness in the chest. What the hell the image of Sayara noose around her neck, the frightened expression frozen on her face. No. I don't want to think about it anymore. I'm also safe from the constant tension. It feels like I'm breathing through a plastic straw. I can't help myself. I let out a horrible, guttural noise. A freakish mixture of a screaming, frustrated anger. I hear it reverberate off the kitchen wall, giving a second of echo to it. My throat's dry, my face is damp, and my hands are trembling. After a few seconds of ventilating, I can almost breathe again. Instantly, my whole body begins to struggle and shake as the adrenaline fades. I catch myself at the counter and vomit into the sink. My heart rate slows down, but I can't get it out of my head. The vision of what would have happened if I was... I can't think about it. I can't think about it. Distraction. Now. Food. Haven't eaten today. Make food. I wash the thing, get and pour water into my hands. Splash some of the cold water on my face, I wipe my mouth before drinking a bit from the faucet. The acidic taste still stings in my throat, even as I wash the water around and spit it out. Next step, food. I force myself to make a sandwich. I grab some bread and vegetables from the fridge. My mind, desperate for any purchase, settles on Monica's reaction. I feel sorry for her, and her own festival. Yuri as well. And where was Natsuki? I noticed that she still hasn't texted back. Okay, didn't get to read that. Hell, the messages are still on the ah, shit! I was so wrapped up in my own worrying, I managed to accidentally cut my finger open while slicing a tomato. The knife clatters to the floor. I quickly grabbed my finger in a paper towel, letting the few drops of blood soak into it. I hardly felt it then. I sighed, looking over the damage I've done. At least now I know the knife isn't gonna blunt anytime soon. Regardless, I go ahead and eat the sandwich. I'm too hungry to care if there's a little blood on it. I toss my dish into the sink alongside the knife and head upstairs to my room. I collapse onto my bed, exhaust being the only thing I can feel now. Fighting the urge to fall asleep, I managed to send a text to Sayori. With the message then, I surrendered to my exhaustion. I conk out within minutes.
Yeah, you would. Definitely.
All the stress and shit.
Tuesday.
At that point, you just want to go to sleep.
Yeah, your body's just done.
Yeah. I'm pulled from my sleep by the sounds of birds and passing cars.
Let me make sure that I turn the sound back on. Shit. Okay.
I check my phone. 12:39. 12:40.
Psst.
Crap, I'm late. I bolt out of bed and quickly put on my clothes. Wait. Okay. Think clearly, you had. By the time I get changed and walk to school, it'll probably be around 2 o'clock. School ends around 3. Yeah. If I'm this late already, I might as well not go. Another absence. That's going to look fantastic on my school stand. Good job, Bet. Sorry, I sit down, half dressed. I can probably still go to the literature club at least. Mostly to see if Natsuki made it in today. But I'm not looking forward to confronting Monica. What do I even say? It's not going to be a pleasant day. But first, a much needed shower's in order.
This is my club.
I step out of the bathroom feeling fresh and clean. I check the time again, 13:06. When was I even in there? At least I feel less tense now. It just occurs to me, neither Natsuki nor Saori have responded to me. I haven't had a peep from either of them. My fears have crept away back, rooting themselves into the pit of my stomach like a vile tumor. I figure they might not have taken a serious phone or just turned it off. That's not a huge deal right now. She's in a safe place and she'll be okay. But Natsuki, I'm tempted to call her, let her know what happened. But the rational side of my brain interrupts. Where's she's in class? What if her phone is broken or something? She could be fine for all I know. Damn it. I almost wish I were omnipotent so I wouldn't have this painful, crushing worry. I held my breath and checked the time. Club should have started by now. I followed the path along the courtyard. At least seriously need a scolding from his class. Who am I kidding? Right now I take any anarchism to see her. I forced my thoughts towards the club. Reaching the door, I let myself inside and navigate the hallways. After a short walk, I step outside the door. I can see Monica and Yuri inside. No. Natsuki. My gut feels like it's been dropped onto solid concrete. My already present worry only gets worse. I take a moment to compose myself before walking in. As I enter, both Monica and Yuri turn to look at me. Yuri quickly diverts herself back into a book. Whatever plan I had to explain to her vanished the second I get into. I can only stand there awkwardly. I cough and try to stare at her reading. Hi, Monica.
Bat, could we talk for a moment?
She just with an emotionless and dreary monotone.
Oops.
I mean, yeah, I suppose.
You want to chat out in the hall, or?
Somehow the prospect of being in a hallway where others could hear is not ideal. But now I have to explain it from both Monica and Yuri. Great. Kira's fine.
Alright.
Monica leans against the teacher's desk, her expression blank yet somehow piercing my soul. This is going to suck. I take a breath. I'll be straight. Something happened with Saori. I don't think I can tell you that'll be up to her. But believe me, we didn't want to miss the festival. It was important to us. We wouldn't have skipped unless it was important. So, for what it's worth, I'm really sorry that we didn't make it. Well, that was surprisingly natural and, more importantly, honest. Still, I can't but worry about her response. As soon as I finished, Monica's face softened, her brow furrowing with concern.
Is she okay?
She's safe.
I see.
Her eyes shift away for a moment, staring at the space. Yuri hides her face within her book, seemingly tuning out of the conversation. She seems upset. I don't blame her. Monica takes a deep breath.
Okay. Needless to say, I owe you an apology. I was in a panic, and everyone was staring at us. I was stressed out and didn't want us to look bad, and...
She swallows and shakes her head a bit.
But if Sayori's safe, that's all that matters to me. I'm sorry, Bat.
An awkward silence ensues. I have a feeling that the festival failure hit her harder than she's letting on. While it was necessary, I still feel awful for contributing to its failure. It's alright. I'm sorry too. Monica nods before removing my upper arm a bit.
Hey, are you okay?
I pause. Throughout the last day and a half, I haven't had time to reflect on my mental state. Well, beyond the lens of anxiety and stress, anyway. Nobody's really asking me, so I push that task aside for more important things. Not really, but it's nothing to worry about. She nods.
If you insist.
Yuri peers up over her book inquisitively.
What about Natsuki?
The crushing worry returns as I focus on Natsuki's absence. I can feel a wave of mild nausea flooding over me. Something feels wrong. Really wrong. Where is she? It's not like I could just skip like this. And to not be at the festival either. What if something happened?
Yeah, that was my next question.
I haven't heard from her. Like, at all.
She wasn't with you?
No, she went on with something after we baked the cupcakes. I haven't heard from her since. The room grows quiet. Yuri sits down, staring at him blankly before aimlessly flipping through her book. Monica closes her eyes and sighs.
Okay. We'll have to...
Something catches my eye. Outside the clubroom door. A flash of familiar shade of pink. Was that? Am I just seeing things? Well, it's better that I find out rather than standing here contemplating it. I'll be right back.
No,
I probably cut her off from what she was saying, but this is more important. I make every attempt to walk to the door normally and resist the urge to sprint. Just as the door closes, I break into a log. A log?
Log!
A log! Hello? I round the corner and... Natsuki,
Pat! Keep your voice down, please!
She looks around like she's paranoid about being heard. Nat, you don't understand. She speaks in a harsh whisper.
No, Pat. I missed the festival, and it's my fault, and I know that, okay? I don't want them to come out here and start bitching at me and...
Natsuki? She stops her tangent. I've missed you. I've been really worried. I am worried. We all are. She looks at me with a reaction that I can only describe as complete shock.
You... I've missed you too, okay? A lot. I'm sorry that I missed the festival. I really wanted to go.
It's okay. Sarah and I weren't exactly punctual either. She looks at me with confusion.
Excuse me. One Yuri line, I'm already doing Yuri yawns.
It's just, I hate telling her. From what I know, Sarah considers her the best friend alongside myself and maybe Monica. She'd want Natsuki to know. At the same time, I don't feel comfortable with it. That's her decision to make, not mine, just like with Monica and Yuri. Something doesn't sit well with me about lying to Natsuki. But I'm not really lying, right? It's just an omission. Something happened. Sayori couldn't make it.
Bad? That sounds bad. Is she okay?
She's safe, at least. That's all I can say for now. I feel terrible at not being around, but I'm sure she'll understand Sayori tells her. I quickly changed the subject of the topic most in my mind. Which brings me to my own question. What happened on Monday? Are you alright?
Oh, that. It was just. We had a problem at home. I had to help my dad to fix something. So I couldn't answer my phone. I'm sorry.
Huh. Her explanation seemed plausible enough, but I can't shake a bad feeling about her. A really bad feeling. A feeling bad enough to make me not believe a word she said. However, she is lying to me of all people. She must be doing it for a reason. I don't trust it. Alright, fair enough. Now skiing eggshells and rocks on her heels. So,
that's why. Can't wait to get chewed out by Monica.
She was worried about you when I told her I hadn't seen you. You should talk to her. Yuri, too.
They're worried?
She's supposed to react with genuine surprise. You know, despite your differences, Yuri does care about you. She stops and picks up her bag.
Not today. I need some time to myself, you know? Plus, I need to be home early today. Need to start dinner.
Oh, alright.
I'll see you tomorrow, though, okay?
Promise?
I promise.
She gives me a weak but honest smile. Alright, get going. Don't let me hold you up. She waves and walks in the hallway. I start to head back to the club room. Before I round the corner, I look back. I see it at the stairwell, glancing back at me. I hold up my hand. She does the same before heading down the stairs. I sigh and head back to the club. As disappointed as I am that I didn't spend more time with her, she's safe. She's alive. Jesus, why is that the first thing I think when I see her again? I really need to calm myself down somehow. Well, at least
there you are. Where were you?
Hi, Monica. Oh. I was caught off from wallowing in my own thoughts. Bathroom.
Okay. Well, I was just about to say that we've ended the club early today. Yuri's already headed home. I'll try and call Natsuki again later this evening. Just in case the others show up tomorrow, I'd like you two to write poems, if you can. Maybe it could help. Who knows?
Yeah, sure, I'll, yeah. Very reassuring. I get my bag, whip to Monica, and start my way home.
Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and ring those bells. That's all I have for today. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye, everyone.